Hello, I'm Terry Borno. I work for Queensland's Department of Agriculture, Fisheries and Forestry as a Reef Plan Project Officer. I'm here today at John Quagliata's wetland in the Lower Burdekin.
Hi, I'm John Quagliata. I'm at my lagoon here. A few months ago I was looking at it, it was all overgrown and yeah, it was a bit of a disaster with rubbish and from the farmers before. And I was just speaking to the neighbour and he suggested I ring Terry up, and it's all originated from there. And
our department is collaborating with the Queensland Wetlands Program to showcase examples of good wetland management through the establishment of on-farm demonstration sites in Mackay, here in the Burdekin and South Johnson. John Quagliata, an airville cane farmer, was keen to be involved in this demonstration site project. He had a degraded wetland on his cane farm close to Sheep Station Creek. The wetland or lagoon is nearly 600 metres long and 100 metres wide and was overgrown with paragrass, guinea grass and aquatic weeds such as hymenacne. The area was devoid of native vegetation except for a couple of struggling melaleucas and was used as a rubbish dump. Excess water from irrigation runs off his neighbour's cane paddocks into the lagoon. The project would proceed in stages, with stage 1 focusing on the southern end of the lagoon, where 2 tailwater drains ran directly into the lagoon. Rubbish would be removed, banks revegetated, erosion-prone areas stabilised, irrigation tailwater inputs reduced and weeds managed, all of which would benefit water quality. Drains would be redirected into a sediment pond to capture any sand and silt. Nutrients and chemicals can sometimes move off farms by attaching to sediment particles after rainfall or irrigations. Sand and silt will drop out, accumulating at the bottom of the pond. John will drain the pond every couple of years, remove the sediment build-up and return the soil to his paddocks. Once the sediment has dropped out, water will overflow and pass from the sediment pond to the existing lagoon. Rushes and sedges in the lagoon will further remove inorganic nutrients. NQ Dry Tropics NRM, Guru Baron Cray and the local Natural Resource Management Group BIFMAC all decided to participate in the project. Stage 1 of the project commenced in April 2013 and concluded in June 2013. Weed was removed through spraying, burning and slashing. Over 12 tonnes of metal rubbish was removed. 60 tonnes of hard material was retained and reused at the site. Once the site was clear, the first priority was to stabilise the area with a hard-faced spillway and diversion bank constructed to handle paddock runoff during high rainfall events. The 0.5 megalitre sediment pond was constructed immediately downstream of the spillway. Tailwater drains were extended from the paddock's drainage outlets to the sediment pond's inlet point. 830 native endemic trees were planted by the Gujarat Reference Group's NRM team and other volunteers. The project team liaised regularly with John Quagliata. We needed to ensure that any trees that were planted were easy for him to maintain. We also wanted to ensure that the trees did not impact on farm machinery movement. We provided advice on the maintenance of the trees and practical weed management methods. The project has been well received by the community. In May 2013, 30 people visited the site to see firsthand the work that had taken place, and newspapers and radio featured stories on the project.
I've got a view of what we'd like to have here, and if it does come off, it's going to be really, really nice. Good for the water quality. As you see here, they've dug the settling pond, which is a great idea, and there's the first lot of water that's gone into it, so it looks like it's going to work.
Water quality testing will commence in mid-2013. Further stages will take place as money allows, including stocking the lagoon with barramundi, installing snags to provide fish habitat, further revegetation and the installation of a pump that will allow John to recycle water onto his cane farm, thereby reducing farm input costs. However, at the end of the day, regardless of the positives provided to water quality, John's primary motivation was to have an area where he and his grandchildren could spend some time and enjoy nature. The site is now a good example to show other farmers how to go about rehabilitating an on-farm wetland.